Bruh, the booty jiggles in these underwear is OP.
I'm recording.
B-roll.
I'm keeping that.
B-roll.
Or I don't know. Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave from ConMenRDW here, and we are having a little discussion today. Little commentary. Little CONmentary, if you will. Anyway, so we're just gonna be actually this is my boy Javi right here, aka the booty referee, aka Bless Up King, aka we out here. But this is a video that we haven't done in a while. Yeah. I used to do these like discussion type of videos for the channel. We did one of these a long time ago. I'm gonna put a card there so you can see how tragic that was. It was fun though. But I want to start the Conmentary brand again. And if you can hear Aisha laughing in the background, hey, shut up, man. Okay. So
oppression.
So I'm gonna try to bring this series back. Comment down below if you like this discussion and you want us to do more of these. I have like a lot more topics we can probably do. Might not be me and him. It might be me and other people, or it just might be me. But we'll see where it goes. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it too, and also subscribe for other videos because we still going, boy. We still got videos going. So yeah, we're here because we just want to talk about a topic that has been popping up a lot online and also in my real life, and we want to talk to the casuals out there. Even if you're not casual, still stay around because we're gonna have some stuff in here for you too. So this is a learning experience for everybody. So pretty much, like the title of this video is, you can't be bad at Smash Brothers. You can't be bad at Smash Brothers at all, because it's a party fighter game. It's a fighting game, but it's primarily like a party fighting game.
Let them know the truth.
What's the truth?
Smash isn't a real fighting game, everyone. Don't lie to these people.
You can be try hard about it, but like it's not like Street Fighter. It's not Tekken. It's not Soul Calibur. It's not Dragon Ball Fighters. It's Smash Brothers. And even though it has as big of a following as it does, and the community is we're going to talk about the community in a little bit. But yeah. So where do we start with this? Let me check my notes, dog. Hold up.
Yeah, man. This is all you.
We're not here bashing casual players. We're here to encourage you all, because Javi can relate to this. With Smash Brothers, this game has been around since the 90s. We are in our 20s. We are good at this game.
Yes.
We are good. We know how this game works. And for those of you who, with Smash Brothers Ultimate, this game is probably the most purchased Smash Brothers title ever. I think it probably is the most purchased Smash Brothers title ever.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of new people in this game now. The community has actually grown more as far as like competitive wise, because I actually didn't give a crap about the Smash competitive scene until like last year, or maybe like back in Smash 4 actually, when they actually started doing like tourneys and stuff for like E3 and stuff like that, when they actually started putting people out on the scene on TV. But like even as of like specifically within the last year, Smash, I did not care about that online community at all. But I think a lot more people are starting to like notice it and stuff like that. And people think that because Smash has like this online community where people actually try hards about this game more than like your usual like local people or like convention community people, I think that intimidates some people. And we don't want you to feel intimidated, like, at all. Yeah. We just want to play Smash and dunk people
all day.
All day. But yeah. So going back to playing a game, not being intimidated to play Smash Brothers for one. So I actually put out a status earlier today where I was asking people why don't you like Smash Brothers, or like if you don't like Smash Brothers, or like what makes you stay away from Smash Brothers. Some people are just like, I don't play fighting games, therefore I don't play Smash Brothers, or like I can't do like the combos like some of my friends do, or like I'm not as tryhard as some of my friends, therefore I don't play. And like usually it comes down to people are drawn away because they're not as good as certain other people, and that shouldn't be a reason to not play Smash Brothers. Like I have some people that I know that don't play because they're like, oh, I don't play because I'm not good at the game, or you guys are just going to destroy me, so I'm not going to play. And I'm like, we can, like, turn on items, right? You know, we can
Yeah.
like do a timed match for 10 minutes on like some weird stage with stage morph on, and we can all pick random, right? You know, this game can go up to 8 players, right? It's not a 1v1, no items, like Final Destination only type of situation anymore.
Yeah.
So
No, this isn't Melee.
yeah, this isn't Melee, and it's not Brawl for sure. But yeah. So don't be afraid to play this game at all. Trying to think of ways to. Okay. Yeah. There's so many different ways to play this game. Like, even... So, the main way most people play, that you most likely see, is 7-minute matches, 3 stocks, no items, Final Destination or Battlefield, and that's straight up it. But if you go into the settings, there's all the items you can pick. There's 100-something variety of stages. A lot of different stages. There's a whole bunch of settings. There's handicaps. There's so many different things you can turn on, and you shouldn't like act like there's only one way to play this game. I have multiple like ways to play saved on my system.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of people feel like there's like a definitive way to play Smash Brothers. And even Sakurai himself said there's no straight up way to play Smash. We just gave you guys the options, and this is how most of you prefer to play. So that's really interesting to me, honestly.
It's really something when like the creator himself is like, hey, you know, y'all really doing a lot, but like y'all don't have to.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know, it's just when you make a game that's accessible to virtually anyone, and like
And a specific community wants to like gatekeep it, kind of.
well, not even that, but also kind of like, well, yeah, okay, so the community does really have like a big influence in it, because like when people go into something, a lot of people pay attention to the community. Sometimes for certain things I don't, but like, again, that's really depending on what's going on. But for Smash or like any fighting game, it's like, all right, you go into a room where there's a bunch of people playing these games, and you're like, all right, so like this is the status quo, right? And a lot of the time it doesn't have to be that, and a lot of the time it isn't. Like for Smash, you always get the memes where it's like people are like, everyone stank, everyone trying real hard.
Because we do, and we are.
Yes.
Well, I'm not. I shower. Often.
But
Sometimes.
it's when it's for Smash, I feel like the only times when you have people like that are people that you don't know, and I guess that's understandable if you're going to go into a community where you obviously don't really know anyone. But there are a lot of people in communities that are really welcoming, and can even if you don't know how to play the game, they'll show you how to like start something up. Even if it's like, all right, we're just gonna wait for the screen to go to the tutorial that is at the beginning of every Smash game. Yeah.
Aisha,
Yes.
give me your input real quick.
Okay.
What intimidates you about Smash Brothers?
I would say the community intimidates me a lot.
Define community.
Like.
Aisha off screen is she didn't have the last. That's also she didn't own Smash 4.
I didn't grow up playing Smash.
She didn't grow up playing Smash, and she didn't own Smash 4 on Wii U. Javi didn't own Smash 4 on Wii U.
I didn't own it until later when it didn't matter, because I bought Drum's Wii U.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the Wii U. I think the most was sometimes after like school, there was like a place we could go to like hang out and stuff, and we would play. What was it, Brawl?
Yeah. On the Wii?
Yeah, it was Brawl that we would play sometimes. But even then, it was never anything like serious or that we did every day. So like, I don't know, like how you said like y'all played it so much and you know how the game works. And I feel like I don't have that quote unquote experience or whatever. So I feel like I'm like not good or whatever.
Okay.
Or I'm super casual about it. And like, I don't know, sometimes Smash players, or like, well, I guess it's with any community in general, a lot of elitists out there.
Yeah.
Or people that'll tell you like, oh, well, I don't know, like, you shouldn't play this character because...
The tears!
The frame data is bad.
The tier meters and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, I just want to have fun. I don't care. I'm not trying to try hard. I just want to have fun.
If you're not playing Fox, why are you playing this game, G?
If you can't play Smash with items on, to be honest, you're not good at Smash. Ooh, hot take. Like, if you can't play Smash Brothers with items on, like, period, if you don't play with Smash, if you cannot play Smash Brothers timed with items on, you cannot play Smash Brothers, period.
Are you talking about how
hot take, you
like,
can't do that.
Oh, I only play with no items?
Yes, some people are like, I literally don't play the game without items.
I mean,
but Nintendo official tournaments have
items.
Rounds in the beginning. I've gone to 2 Nintendo official tournaments, and every time the first rounds are like 4-player free-for-all timed matches with items on. And some people can't handle it, and they get eliminated because they don't know how to play with items on. Because it's so random. And that's what Smash at its core was random craziness.
I mean, it's more fun.
And if you, it's fun that way, yeah. But it's like, if you can't play Smash that way, and you can play Smash with no items on, that's you can't play Smash completely. That's like a hot take for me.
It's also like, but also it's like, certain stages too. Like my favorite stage is Gamer. Specifically for the fact that if mom catches you, you dead, baby. It's over.
So stupid.
I love Mom.
And there's so many like crazy combos you can get on. Like certain stages, like are made to like do crazy stuff off of. Like in the Gamer stage, if you grab somebody, like if you're both in cover and the mom's out, and you throw somebody into the mom, they like get bounced off. Then you can freaking combo that.
Yep.
It's like
it's disgusting.
There's a lot of stuff you can do on like on some of these. Like some maps obviously are universally hated. Like what map don't we like? I hate the Great Cave Offensive.
Oh, that's
that level's way too big.
Palutena's Temple.
Palutena's Temple's trash.
Temple.
I don't like flat. I don't like flat zone. Electroplankton's trash.
Wrecking Crew.
Wrecking Crew's bad.
What's the Game & Watch one?
Yeah, flat zone.
Flat zone.
Yeah.
That
But like, there's a lot of really good stages if you play the game not on Battlefield and Omega.
Play Battlefield.
Yeah.
Like, you know how there's people that are like, we're only playing this stage.
Because you can also turn off certain stages in random.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, you can turn off certain stages from showing up, period. Like, if you just like a handful of stages that are normal, you can have those only show up if you press in random. Some people don't know that. Some people don't dive into the settings and figure that stuff out. But, yeah, well, so what you were saying, Aisha, is like, you feel like because you haven't been playing Smash since, like, you only played Brawl, and you, like, didn't really play...
I don't consider myself a part of the community. I feel. Like, not officially. I'm just, like, kind of there, just playing it.
You're not alone with that, because there's a lot of people who feel that way. Like I said, I made that post earlier today. A lot of people were just like, I want to play for fun, but I feel like I can't even do that, because one, I'll kill myself a lot, or like there's so much going on I can't keep up with it, and I just want to enjoy myself, and I feel like I can't do that because the community's so try-hard, I can't have fun.
I mean, it's not like that all the time, obviously. Like, when we went to Emporium, I had fun with that.
Yeah.
That was stupid, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, like... I don't know. I feel like I'm in a weird middle ground when it comes to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't feel like I'm part of the community, per se.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm... Well, I did think I was bad at it for a while, but... The more I play, I've noticed I'm getting better.
Yeah, you are.
This is kind of how I look at it. Do you play Smash Bros?
Yeah.
Do you like playing it?
Yeah.
Do you like playing with other people?
Yeah.
Do you want to get better at it?
Yeah.
Then you're a part of the community.
Use of, like the you know the what's it called? The practice stage.
You use the training stage.
Then you're a part of the community.
Yeah.
Like what people see when they're like
people throw the word community around a lot too.
Yeah.
Because community is basically the word that people use when they say the community scares me. What they really mean is the try hard like competitive scene scares me.
Right, and those are the people that play the most, which is why you see them.
And those are the people. Yeah, those are the people that get the most publicity because they're the ones that play the most.
They're out there
yeah. But if you're just talking about like Smash in general, like the Smash community is hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah,
like if you just like, the Smash community is actually really great.
Step on Twitter,
right? But like every character has their own fandom. The fan art is hilarious. But like,
there's discords dedicated to each specific character with their own memes.
Yeah, but if you're talking about a blanket statement of the community and you specifically mean that handful of people, like the Smash esports community, quote unquote, that's not the Smash community as a whole.
That portion doesn't represent the entirety of the community.
Yeah, and that's what it's basically like. The Smash fandom, basically, and some people are like, oh, I hate the Smash fandom. Or like when people are talking about a fandom for anything, they're just like, I hate the community for this. You're like, you just hate those. You just don't like that loud majority of the people, or that loud section of the people.
Because that's the same statement for like the FGC in general. The FGC is like, they're like, oh man, y'all all real belligerent, sexist, and like just terrible people.
It's like, no, man, it's just them. It's just them.
Like it's just them. It's a few of them, but it's kind of just them.
Yeah,
and like, not everyone's a shitty person.
Yeah,
sorry.
But so let's talk about playing Smash and winning. So
the hardest part.
Yeah, so actually let's start with one thing I've noticed with people playing Smash Brothers is the hardest thing with Smash Brothers in the beginning is because the one thing that I think when someone says I'm not good at Smash Brothers, I think that's a lie. I honestly think if you say you're bad at Smash, that's a lie, because it's the easiest game to learn how to play, because it's literally 2 buttons. It's 2 buttons, block. Technically, it's like 3 buttons. Block, which also can be grab if you attack at the same time, and then special attack and regular attack, and then you move. And you can also jump with the movement button, so there's not even a jump button. So Smash is the easiest game to learn how to play. So to say that you don't know how to play Smash, and that's the reason you can't play it, is a lie. You just gotta practice. And with every fighting game, with any game, is practice to make perfect, or make better, if anything. Like, the hardest thing with playing Smash is honestly getting back on the stage when you get thrown off. And you can just practice that. And every character has different ways to get back up. Like the first thing you hear when you start playing Smash Brothers is, oh, how do I get back on the stage if I fall off? And everyone's just like, double jump and then up B. And then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And once you can get back on the stage, I noticed this with a lot of my friends too, that are like not as good at the game as me. Like, some of them are getting better because when I throw them off the stage and they're about to die, they can get back on the stage. And I'm like, oh, you're getting better at the game because you didn't die just now. Or when you stop accidentally killing yourself, you get better at the game that way. So just to say that I don't like Smash because I'm bad at it, I don't think that's true. It's just like you're not playing with people that are either your same level, and that also discourages you because, of course, like, if you're playing with your friends and you have a friend that owns the game and just plays it all the time, they're gonna dust you all the time. They're gonna dust you all the time.
You get mocked, baby.
But like, if you're playing at someone that's your same level, you can still have fun with the game. Don't let the people that you play with all the time make you define how good you are at the game, because there's always someone. That's why they have the global Smash ranking, which almost was honestly is kind of bull. But
yeah,
like, you can be like losing online all the time, and you can be 4,000th in the world. That means there's 3,999 people that are worse than you, or whatever character you're using. So there's always room for improvement in Smash Brothers. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say. And they've even made it easier to practice with characters because of the training mode. Which honestly, I never used training mode in Smash before. I don't even think there was a training mode in Smash before. Or there was, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. But like, I've actually used this training mode and practiced like recovery with characters that have moves that I can fall off the stage with, like Pokemon Trainer, for example. Squirtle's side B, which is like the withdraw move where he slides across the stage. I can fall off the stage with that. But I like went into the training mode and practiced it. I was like, okay, how far does this go when I use it? And also, if I fall off the stage with it, how can I get back onto the stage with it? And then I figured that out, and now if I accidentally do that, I can get back on no problem. Even like Charizard's side B, his Flame Blitz attack, which pretty much literally throws him off the stage. Throws him off the stage, but I can get back onto the stage now because I practiced it. So if you just go into the training mode, which is really good and readily available, practice your character, practice getting back onto the stage. And even if you're like, oh, I practiced, but I still like can't get back up, just keep trying it.
Yeah. And
don't get discouraged at it, because also, if you keep falling off the stage, there are levels that don't have pits. There are walk-off stages. Gerudo Desert, you can't fall off that stage except for like the bridge in the middle, but there's walk-offs. Mario Galaxy, you can walk off that Nintendogs, you can just walk off of that. There's no pits. There's so many different things in Smash Brothers that you can play to adjust to the way that you can play. If like falling off and recovering is a thing that's an issue with you, just be like, hey, I'm bad at getting back on the stage, like with whoever you're playing. Can we play on this stage because there's no way for me to fall off? Like there's multiple workarounds around certain things, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's also weird because at least in this game, I even have issues trying to recover sometimes. Because like I'll do up B and then I'll either do it like one way or like tilt the stick another way, and suddenly the stage is right here, and I'm like, I play DDD, by the way. You can hate me later. So I go like this, and I'm like, wow, okay, you know, I wanted to do that, but I guess we could just, okay, sure. So like, when it comes to doing that, that's just stuff you have to practice.
Yeah.
You can have the alternative, like David's saying, of like just choosing stages that just don't have that fall off ability. But it's also really good to like at least just try and practice it. Yeah, I guess that's really it. It's just really good to practice.
And then going back to, I don't want to play Smash because I'm gonna lose. That's honestly all part of playing the game. Is honestly, you're going to lose. I remember me and Javi, we were at a Nintendo event and we were playing Smash Brothers with some kids, and we were going easy on them. Obviously, we're not gonna try to like 3-stop dunk some kids, but like there was a kid that was this little kid. He was probably like 6 or 7, and he was and he lost a couple times, right? And he was getting super discouraged.
Poor dude.
And like we've all been there. We all know what it feels like to lose at a game. And he was just like raging. He was like, I don't want to play this game. It's too hard. And I was like, hey man, do you like this game? He was like, yeah, I like it, but it's so hard. I keep losing. And I was like, losing is part of the game. Some of the best players in the world lost so many times before they got good.
And there's videos of it.
Yeah. Or like even if you watch someone that's good streaming, they're getting destroyed online sometimes. And it's like that's just part of it. You learn and you get better over time. So like just like don't let losing be the reason why you don't play a game. Because at the end of the day, you're still playing just to have fun, initially. So, like, don't let losing be the reason that you don't want to play a game. Especially if it's Smash Brothers. Like, come on now.
The way that I look at it, I play fighting games with a lot of different people, and it got to a point where I had to stop playing fighting games around here in general. Not because I was too good, but because a lot of people got discouraged and a lot of people didn't want to play because they were just like, oh, I'm just going to lose. Nothing's going to change. And I'm like, why don't you try and learn how to play the game? And they're like, and they give me some like BS excuse, and I'm like, if you trying to play the game and have fun is solely based on winning, then you're not playing the game.
Bless you.
Sorry.
You good?
Yeah.
You need some Perrier?
She don't drink that. Sparkling. She don't drink that.
I need to not lay down.
Aisha's dying off screen, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Hello.
I'm done.
I'm dead.
Okay.
No, if your premise of having fun is solely based on winning, then I personally do not believe that you're playing the game. I think that you're just trying to feel validated in something. That's not a reason to play the game, in my opinion, to just win all the time. It's to have fun and do stupid stuff, at least in Smash Bros. Like in any fighting game, at least for me, like the way when I want to play a fighting game, I just want to do cool, stupid stuff. And that's it. Like, I'm trying to recreate anime and do ridiculous, stupid stuff. And you'll always see in like an anime, like the dude that clearly ain't doing nothing. Why can't I win? And then the guy's like, because you
just want to win.
You just want to win. You're not actually putting in the time to try and win. You just sitting here like, I'm gonna win, but you ain't putting in time, G. That's why I just bopped you.
And with sandy cheeks, no, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Like, you think you're just gonna say you Dirty Dan and not actually be Dirty Dan? Like, come on, man. Yeah, if you want to win all the time, put in the effort to do it. You can't. Where's Where's my controller at, G? You can't just sit here and I apologize. You can't just sit here and go and expect to win. Like you gotta do something. Like you have to actually know what you're doing. You have to put time into the game and get into the training mode. And like, it's fine if you want to kind of like be at like it's fine if you don't want to put time into a game or you don't want to put the effort into it. Maybe because you don't have time. Maybe because you just don't feel like it. That's fine. However, you're gonna need to understand if your premise is I want to win and that's how I'm gonna have fun, you're not gonna be having fun.
Now, we're not saying that if you want to win, that's a bad way to think. Of course, winning feels good. Like, we're all in this for that W. But, like, we're all in this for that W, baby. But, like, what we're saying is don't let that wanting to win be obviously be the reason. That shouldn't be the reason why you're playing Smash. You're playing Smash Brothers to watch Mario dunk on Cloud. You're playing Smash Brothers to watch Isabelle literally yeet DK off the stage with a fishing pole. Like,
exactly.
We're playing Smash to have fun at the end of the day.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, honestly. And also, what was I? I was thinking about something. Anyway. But yeah.
I could bring it up. I can bring up how I feel about DDR. So, the same way I feel about Smash and fighting games is the same way I feel about DDR. Dance Dance Revolution is a game that I've been playing for more than half of my life. I actually started taking it really seriously 2 years ago. And I'm fairly good at it. I won't say that I'm like one of the best, but I'm fairly good at it. And I have a lot of people come up to me and they're like, hey, I don't want to play because I'm going to embarrass myself, or like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, well, you know, man, you could just come up here and play. If you really want to get better at it, you know, you can just take some time. Like, there's people that come up here all the time. We'll play together. It'll be a great time. And on the other hand, I also say, like, I'm not playing... Oh, yeah. A lot of people say, you're just going to beat me. And I'm like, well, DDR is never really a competitive game. People made it competitive. Same thing with Smash.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I play DDR for the same reason I play Smash. Because the music's good and the game is fun. And because...
DDR is literally just Smash Brothers,
bro.
Aisha is just like, bro. Oh my goodness. Okay.
But it's, I mean, and because I'm the kind of person that's like, if I really like something, if I really care about something, I'm putting time in for it, and I'm making an effort to get better at something. And because of that, I am able to do the things that I can in both Smash and in DDR. So for like fighting games, I didn't have Smash 4. I didn't own it at all personally, but I was able to play against people that owned the game and even went to tournament for it. I was able to play against them on a somewhat decent level, mainly because I understood the fundamentals of how games work, how fighting games work. Mainly because I took the time and I had the interest enough and I cared enough to, you know, pick up fighting games and just see how they work. Not for the sake of other people, but for the sake of myself. And also with that, after I learned how the game works fundamentally, I learned how certain types of players and how certain types of people work. And that's a lot of effort to be putting into something. But that's kind of like how it is when you want to, I guess, what's the word? Hone your craft in virtually anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a musician. I'm used to dedicating hours of my life to just trying to learn how to strum chords. Like, I could dedicate 5 hours to that and like, I still feel successful. But there's a lot of people that are like, I can't do this thing in two minutes. I can't do this thing in like 4 tries. I quit. And it's like, what do you... Okay.
Also, one thing that I want to mention also is that with Smash Brothers, it's funny because the way that Smash Brothers works, like I said, this is one of the most simplest games that you could possibly learn how to play. It's simple to learn, hard to master type of deal with Smash Brothers. And it's really funny with the characters, because this game has 76, 75 right now?
Around there.
Something like, it's gonna have pretty much 80 characters by the end of the day. That's one of the most heavily fleshed out rosters that's not an anime fighting game, and most of the characters aren't clones. Most of the characters aren't clones.
Shout out to the Belmont boys.
Shout out to the Fire Emblem Squad. But one thing with Smash Brothers is there's a character for everybody. There's characters for multiple people. Like, before Smash Brothers Ultimate came out, I was like, my 5 characters are gonna be DK, Yoshi, Bowser, DK, Daisy, Isabelle, Inkling, and Yoshi. I can't play with Isabelle.
I can't.
I tried playing with Isabelle. Aesthetically, she draws me in, but I cannot play with Isabelle. Daisy's cool, but she's not on the squad. I had to take her off. I think DK dropped off too.
That's yikes.
You still play with DK,
but for fun. I don't think I'd bring DK to a tournament anymore.
You know what? Because I was playing World of Light, I noticed that I actually kind of like DK,
which is crazy to me.
It's
that
wild.
You like DK.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But like, I think that's something that helped me was playing the story mode low key.
But what I'm saying is, Smash Brothers. Any people who say that they don't like Smash or like they can't get into Smash also because they don't just like they're not drawn to any of the characters. I'm like, you're a liar. For one, like I can look at any. I don't play Tekken at all, and I'm drawn to like at least 8 players on that roster.
Hey, you mean Kuma?
Mainly the female.
Yeah.
Panda, Kuma.
Yeah. Panda won a tournament.
But
okay.
I can look at most fighting game rosters, and you're drawn to somebody. But because of how Smash Brothers works, how easy Smash Brothers is to pick up, when you look at someone, you're like, I like that character. You can try them. Every character has the same movements. All you gotta do is just try the inputs and just see if they work for you. And if their movements and like weight and everything don't feel right, go to someone else.
Yeah.
And there are certain people that like the one thing that I was excited about with Smash Ultimate is that there's a mode called Smashdown, which is pretty much there's a whole roster, and every time someone picks a character, that character's off the list. You can't pick that character. So if you play someone and just like that's what I recommend most people do if you can get to like. If you go to a convention or you go somewhere to a friend's house and you don't play Smash like that, tell them I want to play Smashdown. And then 1, that'll force your friend to pick characters that they don't use, and then you might have a chance. And 2, that'll force you to pick characters that you're not drawn to or characters that you might not usually pick, and then you might actually find a character that you like because everyone like usually has a top 5 usually. Like people in the Smash community, everyone has like at least 5 characters that they're really good with.
Yeah. And
then everyone else is like for fun. But I have some friends who are starting to play Smash more since Ultimate came out, and they didn't really play like the other ones. And some of them are playing with certain characters, and they're like, I'm trying to master this character. I'm not that good with this character, but I'm still trying to get it. And I'm like, and they're like either killing themselves a lot, or they're not doing as like well as they could be versus another character. And I'm like, well, you might be drawn to this character, but there's 60 something other characters you could try that you haven't tried yet. So then. Like, for example, the people that I play with, they're like, okay, we're just going to start playing on random now. Can we start playing on random? And I'm like, okay, sure. And then every once in a while, they'll play a character and they're like, hold up. Like, Mr. Game & Watch is kind of hot. Hold up a second. Hold up. Corn's pretty good. And I'm like, yeah, and you wouldn't have played them before, right? And they're like, no, I was not drawn to this character, but I like how they play. And I'm like, exactly. So what I'm saying is try out multiple characters maybe. Or just like if you're trying to play with like Kirby, and you're like losing with Kirby whenever you play because you only know Kirby, play with someone else. Don't be stuck with one character because there's too many characters in this roster to only play with 3. That's like one major thing that I find that lots of new Smash players don't do is like they're usually stuck with like a handful of characters when there's like this big plethora of people to play with. Like I recently just started playing with Lucario, and I don't mess with Lucario.
What you doing?
I don't play Lucario at all because I played random, and I was just like, hold up, Lucario kind of hot, hold up. And Dr. Mario's on my 5 now. And I hated Dr. Mario before.
What are you doing?
He's good, bro. One of you want me with Dr. Mario right now.
Hey, bet.
Alright, but she dying again. But yeah, like there's like I said, there's multiple ways to get around some things that you might feel with Smash Brothers. And there's really no reason to of course like you can be of course, I will give you if you're like, I've tried Smash Brothers, I've tried training, I've tried different characters, and it just does not click with me. And I'm like,
I'm pressing all the buttons, but it's just not doing it.
If you feel like that, I mean, sure, there's all these other games to play. I'll give you that. If you literally just can't, if you and Smash do not click, period, cool. But if you still like watching, okay, cool. But if just don't trying to get people off of saying that they don't like Smash Brothers.
Wow.
Because I feel like Smash is a game that you can't not like.
Unless you just don't like Nintendo IPs, then I mean, that'd be
they probably own an Xbox One or something like that. I don't know. I'm just like, I gotta go. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There's too many characters in this dang game. Like, I picked up Luigi on a whim, and now that's my pocket, which means
Luigi.
I have a pocket Ouija. So I just if no one knows what pocket means, it's like
a secondary.
Yeah, it's just a secondary. I have 6 main people that I play as, but then I'll just take out Luigi just to go. Gotcha. But I really like the way he feels. Everyone's like he's floaty and he slides everywhere, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. They're like, no, that's bad. I'm like,
honestly, I just like his new animations, to be honest. His run cycle is clean. Man, and his jump and his grab, he has a tether grab now. His sweet spot uppercut.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Bang bang, I love it.
Bang bang.
It's great. Who else? Inkling is really good.
Inkling's really good.
I expected...
People are scared of Inklings, to be honest, and I'm like, okay.
Because if you're a good Inkling, you low-key could be a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Inklings are good. I hate the Belmonts, though.
Oh, man, so...
I hate Belmonts.
Richter?
They're the most brain-dead characters in this whole game.
Richter,
I hate them.
Man, is straight up oppression. He's like, hey, I'm gonna throw this. Okay, I'm gonna throw that. Holy...
You jumping? Axe. Coming in close? No, holy water. Then you walk in close. No, you're trying to dodge past their holy water, then they just whip you. Then you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump. Axe. Oh, I'm gonna try to cross. Oh, I dodged it. I was coming back. Then you get hit with it. Holy water. Then you whip. That's literally how all of them play. And I hate it. It's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it. But if you can mix up the projectiles and the whip, go for it. But if you're literally on the other side of the map, and you're just like, try to come over here. Try to come over here. Try to come over here. Whip. Try to come over. I'm just like, no, I don't like it.
That being said, though, that's the kind of stuff that I do like, because I'm like, all right, I'm playing against that.
Let's figure this out.
How am I gonna body you? that's kind of all I look at it. Like, if anyone here plays BlazBlue or Skullgirls, y'all know how zoning and oppression works. And let me tell you something. It's terrible. It's really bad. And the only thing I'm thinking of the whole time is, all right, I'm
just blocking. You're like, how the hell am I gonna do
what am I about to do? Like, people get mad because people Hadouken all the time in Street Fighter. No, have you ever had bombs? Have you ever had arrows? Have you ever had stuff shoot from the ground all at once? Have you ever had an assist with the character that you're already fighting against try to hit you while the other character's trying to hit you, and all you can do is... Have you ever had that happen to you? If not...
You ever been chipped to death?
Yes! Yes! It is terrible! It is terrible! But it's the kind of stuff that gets me going, man. I'm like, alright, so let me find out how I'm gonna stop all this from happening forever. Mm-hmm. and a lot of people get discouraged from that, and I'm like, that's fine. I get that, like, the zoning and, like, all that type of stuff people hate it. Because, like, I play DDD, and, like, I'm on it with those Gordos. And I had a friend that I was playing with for a while. He really just did not like at all how the Gordos, you can't detect how the Gordos are going to, like, mix up. Because you can do it, like, 3 different ways. And then he found out how everything started working. He found out responses to it. And now he just beats me. And I'm like, cool. Great. Now I have to play someone else to try and, like, figure out how I'm going to do this. And that's, like, the whole point of, like, ultimately, that's the whole point of fighting games. Yeah. Like, you're learning how to just respond and react to things while also responding and reacting to yourself. Yeah. Great.
Hey, man. We could close it on that, honestly.
Yeah.
Also, really quick, since we're talking about people doing the same moves over and over again, it's easy to do that because people are like, I don't play Smash I don't play this game because I button mash. And I don't know. I feel like in Smash, you don't button mash as much as you do the same command move over and over. You do the same special over and over again, aka Pikachu's who do Thunder over and over again, or Thunderbolt, or Kirby's who do the stone. Kirby with that stone. But like, it's easy. It's super easy to punish certain stuff like that, especially in like if you see someone that they're above me. Oh, here they come. Grab. Yeet. But
he coming.
But if you find yourself that you're someone who like, I just panic and I do the same move over and over again, just take a breath and chill. Like, don't
no, keep going, and I'm gonna.
Yeah, like take a breath and chill, and just like don't. Just try to like try other moves. Like I said, there's like a total of maybe there's 3 smashes, and then there's 3 specials, and then there's all the aerials, literally just every direction, plus a button, and that's that. So just try other stuff out and see how those work too. Yeah.
Speaking of take a breather, I'm gonna say 2 things. One of my favorite fighting games is that's kind of a fighter. Dissidia Final Fantasy. One of my favorite characters is from Final Fantasy 3. His name is Onion Knight. This quote stays with me for the rest of my life. If I remember correctly, it's "I think you think too much."
Ooh, that's a good
and that is exactly why people fail, because they'll just like, who here saw that new Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Who here saw that new Spider-Man? My boy trying to swing.
Peter B was just like, don't think about it too much.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta keep doing all these things. He's like, you're saying too much to me. Then stop thinking about it. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he got it. It's like that's not just something that happens in a movie. That's something that happens in general. When I play DDR, the moment I mess up is when I think about it.
Yeah.
The moment I mess up is when I'm like, oh wait, I gotta have this time, and I'm sitting here with like a perfect combo, and I mess it up, and I'm like.
Whenever I'm playing Smash against a person that I can't beat, or I'm having issues with, or I find like we're in that mode where we're both at a nearly the same percentage, and it's almost like we both have one stock, and one of us is gonna die soon, and like we're at that middle ground where we're both slowly going up percentage, and I notice I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and then I like gotta run away from them because you can do that in Smash. I like run to the other side of the map, and I'm just like, hold up a second, wait a minute, do something else, and I'm like. Okay, let's try this move I haven't done in a minute. And then I can notice the other person on the other side is like, hold up, where'd they get this from? They haven't done this in a minute. And then they have to adapt. And it's like, if you can like catch yourself doing that, and then you can mix it up. That's honestly how you find that you can become a better player, to be honest.
Yeah, when you start finding out I have a friend that mainly talks about options. That's my key word for him. Options. You always have options. You will always have options in Smash. Like, there are a lot of times where it'll seem like you don't have options. There's a lot of times where people tell you there's things that'll happen where you don't have a choice to do anything. But the whole point of it is to find out what can you do. Because if you really couldn't do anything about it, I highly doubt it would still be in the game.
After patched,
it would be insta-patched.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to a fighting game tournament, and I played against Mike Z, who created Skullgirls. I was playing against him in Skullgirls, and he was like, I'm going to do the same thing to you over and over again. And it was the most ambiguous mix-up, like, attack of...
It was Beowulf, right?
No, it was Beowulf and No, I think it was Big Band and Cerebella.
Okay.
And, like, he would do this thing where he would attack with Big Band, and then he would run behind me and hit me with a concho. And make me fly, and then he would just combo me, and then he was like, I'm going to keep doing this until you get it. And I'm like, okay. And then after a certain point, I finally figured out what to do, but then because I was still in the mode of trying to figure out what to do, and I was thinking really hard about it, and I was like panicking, I ended up messing up a lot of my combos, and I couldn't really punish him well because I was just overthinking and messing up. And then he was like, yeah, you're button mashing, you shouldn't do that. Like, you can extend your combo and do more damage if you do less. Which is why I go back to, don't do this, do this. And maybe things will come out more, and you'll feel more better about like what you're trying to do, and maybe like the moves will actually come out.
Javi actually does that sometimes when I'm playing against him in a game. Like, he'll do something, and I'll notice he does it multiple times.
Yeah.
And then like once I block it and like counter it, he's like, hey.
Yeah, I love when that happens. Like, I might stop doing this because it sounds patronizing in a way, and like I don't mean for it to. But I had a friend, the same friend that I was playing against DDD with. He plays Zelda, and like he would grab me, and he would always throw me forward, and then he grabbed me, and I was like, back throw me. And then he did, and he killed me. He was like, I didn't think that was gonna work. I was like, yeah, man, Zelda back throw wild.
Yeah,
just do it.
But
and now he does it a lot more now.
Also, one thing that like last point I want to make before we close up, that goes back to what Javi was saying with someone who's clearly better than another person, teaching them things by not going easy on them, but like gradually letting them learn. Yeah. This is one thing that I actually had to learn as a kid, and I think honestly this is like something that I don't think a lot of people that are good at games or like hardcore players know or like know how to do, which is pretty much go easy on people or like teach people that aren't as good as you by not letting them win but like making it look convincing or something like that.
Yeah.
So when I was in grade school when Melee was out, I went to my babysitter's house, and we always, like, people could bring their GameCubes over and stuff, so we always played Melee, and I for sure was the best player in that house. And every time we would play, I had a couple friends who would be like, I don't want to play with you because you'll beat me, and like I don't want to keep losing. And then I told my dad I was getting frustrated, and I was like, people don't want to play with me because I guess I'm too good. And then he was just like, well, don't go 100 on people, go like 75. Go like 60 on people. And I was like, you know what? I never thought of that. I never thought about that. So what I'm telling you, I'm talking to like the good people now. I'm talking to the people that are like, I can dunk you at 20. Like, I can 0 to death you right now. Like, if you're going against someone that's clearly not that good at the game, like, of course you're not going to like, I mean, you could be and just 3-stock somebody. But like, if you're in real life against somebody and they're just like, hey, I'm not that good at the game, or like you can see that they're struggling. Like sometimes I do this with Aisha sometimes. She's just like, I don't want to play with you because you're gonna beat me, and I'm like, okay, play with me, and then I don't like let her win, but I at least like play with her to where like I can see what she's doing and I can like see that she's getting better over time. Like,
you're making it seem like
I'm not like
you're making it seem like I just don't ever want to play with you, but like.
No, I mean, but like in general, like there's some people that are just literally like, I'm not gonna play again. I'm not gonna play this game because I'm gonna lose, or I don't like doing this because this is gonna happen. But like, if people that are good at the game like will not let people win, but like teach, you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like just teach them by like don't go 100% on somebody.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like if you could easily like combo somebody 0 to death, I'm like, take them to 50 and then see what happens. Let them get you to 100% and then maybe kill them or something. Make it look close.
I have a story. I have a friend. We're gonna call her Mako. We went to the mall one day and there was Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. That game, wild. I love that game. They were demoing it at the Microsoft store with 2 Razer fight sticks, which are just like arcade sticks. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to play against this dad. He was playing with this kid. And he was like, no, you two can play. And I look at Mako. Mako looks at me. We got bad history with that. And I was like, I don't know about that. You know, he's like, yeah, let's do it. Y'all two can play. And I was like, get on the sticks. Let's do it. And I'm like, all right. So we're going to teach you how to do quarter circles right here, right now. And I was like, do you like math? She's like, no. I'm like, good. We're going to do 90-degree arcs. She's like, what? I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I ended up showing her how to like do quarter circles. And I show her what all the attack buttons are. And then the little kids were still there. They were like, that's what that is? I'm like, yeah, man. Attacks on the top, punches on the top, kicks on the bottom, goes from weakest to strongest. All right, let's do this. So she started doing dragon punches 5 minutes in, which is like a really like complicated thing to kind of get down. And I was like, so you can do this. And she was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like,
clearly
do it again. Uh-huh. You know what you got this. So then she picked up a Buki, and I was like, why are you doing this? Do I actually have to play this game now? So then I have to actually sit here and play this dang game. And I was like,
so pretty much at the end of the day, what we're saying is like, be able to be a teacher at the same time while playing. Is what we're saying.
It's hard though. It can be really hard because you have to figure out.
Because sometimes you gotta actually literally just dumb down yourself a little bit to play with some people, and it's like sometimes you got to do that. And at the end of the day, like that actually ends up helping people too.
Yeah.
And then they'll end up getting better, and then eventually you'll be like, oh, I gotta play now. Now you're a threat.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, I don't like this. I love it. Let's go.
So. Yeah, hopefully everything we've said in this 50-something minutes or so has been. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, right?
No, I was zoning out a lot, and my words kind of just. So I'm like, my bad. That was a weird sound.
But yeah. So at the end of the day, that's how we feel about Smash and the community and people saying that they're not good at the game. You can play Smash. Play Smash. It's a great game. It's the best.
Don't give up on Smash, because
don't give up on any game.
And also just don't give up on yourself. Don't create self-fulfilling prophecies, man. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
If you want to get better at the game and you want to play at a level where you can do really stupid, cool stuff, then just take the time. If you can make the time to do it, just try and do it. If you have accessible means to the game, just do it. It doesn't have to be as complicated as a lot of people make it to be.
Yeah.
And once you kind of start seeing it in that light, it gets really fun.
Yeah, for sure. Javi, where can people... Do you have social media people can find you at?
You can at me at the Booty Referee on Instagram. That has nothing related to what we've been talking about this whole time. You can also at me at Chaosifized. It'll be below.
I'll link that. I'll link that. Good. Yeah.
Same thing. Well, don't follow me on Twitter. That's really it.
Don't follow me on.
Don't follow me on Twitter. Oh, I'll put in my my Switch friend code too.
Oh yeah, I'll toss that down there. Yeah, for sure. Because battle arenas are pretty lit out there. Unless you got a booty connection, don't add them if you got a booty connection. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much for listening to, I guess, the first episode of the CONmentary. If you like this video, like it. Comment down below if you have anything else you want to add to this conversation. If you feel like you disagree with anything or you agree with something, comment down below. We can talk about it. And also subscribe if you're new here and expect other videos like this in the future. So this is David and Javier and Aisha say bye. Bye.
Woo me, my guy.